Hey people, yesterday I ended up watching, it's the 28th, Saturday of January. Hey yo. Yesterday, I'll get to my visit, but first thought on my mind to share is I ended up spending the evening watching some nature documentaries about people who live in really cold climates. I forget where I was watching, Alaska or somewhere. But the thing that I was, remarking about and went to bed thinking was how these people are so challenged by their environment to live in it, and they make the most of it, and so there's virtually no crime. They're too busy living and helping each other to fight each other. And it's like, man, I want that so bad for the rest of us. We're not going to have it. And that's in reference to the latest trauma that we're dealing with, that the media just shoves in our face with the killing of the young black man by the black officers, and the police are just psychotic, and it's just sad. That's all I have to say. I mean, I could say a lot, but it's like there ain't gonna be no justice. It's not about black on black. It's about institutional injustice and inequality. You know, it's so sad. It's so sad. Anyway, to move forward, and bring the focus back more locally, which is how I'm able to survive, which is everything's okay here, in my home. So I had a wonderful visit with my friend Brian Day, who runs the public eyesore label. This is one of the more recent things he sent to me. Um, Guro, Skumsnes Mo, and Philippe Petit. Brian is. We had a wonderful visit, and we talked about whether or not to make a video, and we decided not to because it was more important for us to share the time and catch up. Lots to catch up on. You folks really don't know who he is. He's a very interesting man, though, I'll tell you that. Brian, in contrast to me, and we talked about this at length, he's been doing a lot of traveling. He just got back from Brazil. He was in India last year. He's going to be going to Kuwait. He's been all over the United States touring and stuff. And I shared with him how I'm in a mind state right now where I don't want to travel, and I want to kind of like stay at home for a whole lot of reasons. And what was very funny is that with all he's doing, he says, "Man, I can relate to that." You know, as busy as I appear to be, Dereck, there are many days I just want to just stay in the bed and pull the covers over my head. And it makes sense because I'll speak more about Brian before I go on and show some records. Brian is a networker. I forget how I met Brian, and we were trying to remember that. We couldn't quite get it. But Brian is one of those kind of people who is a networker. He himself is not a people magnet, but he has this nervous, burning kind of energy where there's always something going on with him, and it attracts people. And consequently, he's one of those type of people who will take on other people's stuff and other people's projects, which I won't. I'm not like that. And he consequently ends up doing some really cool things, but also ending up with shit being dumped in his lap. And that's what I'm about. That's what I'm about avoiding. Okay, because it's happened to me many times. I've been dumped on. Not interested. So we didn't do any music, but we probably will. He did some improvising with some other friends in town. I took him over there. I gave him a ride. But I didn't feel like staying. I just, I wanted to go back home, just chill. But a very good visit. He's a good person. Hey, everybody, family. I'll see you, Stephanie. If you don't see this before our Zoom today, I'll be there. Mm. So, Today is Robert Wyatt's birthday. That comes up. And Robert Wyatt is I won't call him a hero anymore. He's just an important figure in life and music to me. And my W's are right here so I can grab them easily and show some Robert Wyatt. I could always use more Robert Wyatt, but I have his first solo album, The End of an Ear. For the longest time, people poo-pooed this and said that it was just a throwaway. But the fact of the matter is that it took everyone years to catch up to what Robert did. This is very cool. And it's just on the edge of free jazz. The End of an Ear. Ruth is Stranger Than Richard, the one that he put out after Rock Bottom, which is the album that everyone talks about. I have it. It's over there in the box. And it's the one that he made after he fell out of the window and was paralyzed from the waist down, trying not to get caught screwing somebody else's girlfriend at a party. That's the story. That's the story he tells. That's a very amazing album. Melancholy, but fantastic. Fantastic. Rock Bottom. It's just great. This came out after it. A little weirder, but still very, very, very good. You know, he plays with the best people. When people play with Robert Wyatt, that's the thing I'll say about him. Starting back with Soft Machine, because of the way that they hit me like a ton of bricks. That music, it's what I needed. People who play with Soft Machine and Robert Wyatt I've always taken note of. It's like, okay, what are they doing? Here's a Peel session by Robert Wyatt. It does Sea Song and I'm a Believer. Nothing Can Stop Us. Does this have Shipbuilding? Well, I have the Shipbuilding. It's not on here. But he does a good version of Strange Fruit. The song that people who don't understand what it's about don't understand that anyone can sing that song. It's not culture appropriation for a white person to sing Strange Fruit. A Jew wrote it. Is this Sleep? Yeah. I need to play this more. This is a cool. This is one of his cool albums. He's got a lot of good records in it. I had just played this recently. The Elvis Costello song "Shipbuilding." Fantastic. Robert Wyatt. Yeah, he's someone very important to me. Very important. So I've been having fun with this book from Poland about me, where they, affectionately have titled me the Vinyl Pope. It's fun. But there's a song on here, Prince's EP, "Let It Go." The last song on here is Pope, and I love it because it was pointed out to me when I showed pictures of the book online. Mark Manor, who works at Homer's, a friend and also a local music nut, that was his comment. Was he posted a link to the song Pope? I had completely thought it just cracked me up because I like the lyrics on this. This is back when Prince was still very street, There's this one, I forget who, it's a sample, but oh, not today, mother, oh no, not today, motherfucker. And the way it starts, y'all don't understand, I ain't afraid of y'all motherfuckers, that's me. I'll take it. Teasingly, lightly, jokingly, the Pope. No, I ain't getting no damn mitre or meter or hat. Hell to the no. Okay, so I don't need to see this series on Netflix at all. This music is so wonderful, and I could write a movie of my own based on the music. Sakamoto is a master. A master. Played this yesterday, and this is a classic in the way it starts with this. If there's a hell down below, he said it. We're all gonna go. And the whole idea that there's a heaven and hell don't make no damn sense. Life is hell. That whole idea of heaven and hell don't make no damn sense at all. Afterlife? What are you kidding me? Some kind of pipe dream people have to hold on to. Make no motherfucking sense at all. Not anymore. Really never did. Fantastic album. What else did I play yesterday? So I can't show you, but I downloaded a bunch of Japanese music, let's just be real, we're able to get the music, so we do. And I have been deep into the music of Ryuichi Takahashi. He's put out a bunch of records that I just can't get a hold of, literally, physically. I can't. So I fucking downloaded them. I love his music. It's so positive. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and oh, it's not the one I want to play. His music is so beautiful. And I don't speak Japanese. I don't need to, but when I look up the words, it's like, well, figures. It's heart. Words from the heart. So along those lines, something I did play on vinyl was this album by Tin Pan Alley, an early band that Hiromi Hosono was a member of. They take a lot of American influence in their music, and it's on here. But what's interesting is that it's not American, and they also do a lot of sound cut-ups and mixed in with the song. So it's a cool listen. It's like they're trying to approach in a lot of ways what I would call the New Orleans feel in the music, and they do a pretty good job of it. I understand why they were fascinated with it, being very foreign to their immediate culture and it being so thick. And it's not an easy thing to cop, the New Orleans feel. I can do it. I mean, it's like if I were to pick up the bass today and try to play some New Orleans style funk, I'd be probably by a couple hours I'd be there because I'm a little rusty right now. But it's something that part of that music comes through life, being in it. And I have a lot of Southern, Stephanie, we have a lot of Southern relatives, and we were grown up here in Omaha with a lot of Southern Black culture that was brought by the people here to the Midwest. So I can feel that music. Here's one that someone sent to me, and it's just okay. Yair Yona, World Behind Curtains. And this is mostly solo acoustic guitar. It's nice. I listened to it, waiting for hoping there would be something kind of special or a melody that's like real outstanding. There's none on here, but it's nice. Excuse me. This is very cool. Wally Badarou, Echoes. Keyboardist, I'd have to look him up where he's from. Is he some island or something? Excuse me, folks. I'm so sorry. This is wonderful. It's atmospheric and rhythmic at the same time. It features Rebop Kwakuba on congas, besides him playing everything else. This is wonderful. Oh, it's really good. Up. It's up. It's got an up kind of feeling. One of my favorite covers. There's probably thousands, but here's one. Future Sound of London, Life Forms. I love their graphics as well as their approach to the music. They sound like this. Future Sound of London sounds like that. That's quite an image, and I'm intrigued by that about them, And I've always been drawn to good graphics. It's been a long time since I've messed up and bought something because I thought the cover was really good and the music was terrible. I've learned. This is just wonderful. Soundscapes, literally. More soundscapes than songs. Yeah, it's just wonderful stuff. Was talking about Animal Collective the other day, and someone mentioned, Tomboy. And yeah, I got Tomboy, so I went ahead and grabbed it and played it. Yeah, I like Tomboy really well. It's different than Person Pitch, definitely. This is a white vinyl version. And it's just, it's the sound and his voice, which it's just on the cusp of Beach Boys to me. It's on the cusp of Beach Boys. So, good stuff. Last thing I think I'll be showing is in it. Yeah, I've shown everything else. So interesting how people respond to posts online. It's like, I don't know what's up with people sometimes. I showed this album by Dave Mason, Head Keeper. 71, 72 is when I bought this when it came out. And I've liked it ever since. I posted this a few days ago, and a couple people posted that Dave Mason didn't want this released by the label at the time. Why are you telling me? I mean, was my inner response. It's like, what's it got to do with me? I'm just posting this record, like I was supposed to know or something. That's the deal. It's like, what is the significance of telling me this now? You didn't want it put out. Well, shit, that happens a lot. And then the thing that's even worse is what happened to a lot of bands is that they get signed by a major label. The label records them, and then they shelve the record. They never put it out because their whole idea is they're trying to hedge their bets on what's the next big seller or something, and that's what everything is based on. And there's people who have committed suicide besides the members of Badfinger. There have been many musicians who have ended their lives because of the way that they were treated by the music industry. Did you know that? So, I didn't know shit about Dave Mason's record label not cooperating with him. That's what's new. Okay, folks, take care. Talk to me. Be well.